Hey, Big Daddy, flowing, yeah. Skinny thick pockets on some ones. I be really rapping, y'all be damn. Michael Jackson, I'm the baddest. Around here, might go get it tatted, yeah. Say the magic, pretty little thing getting ratchet, yeah. Told me that I couldn't, oops, I did it again. I don't like you, I don't wanna pretend. If he ain't spending money, I just go with a friend. If you can give me dollars, give me pound, give me in. Purple, black, made back, yeah, that's me. That ain't free. Ain't dead to me, R.I.P. That yo, she ain't me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what do you want from me? If I wanna test me, I ace it. I don't wait for nobody, but I'm impatient. Trip off who? I'm on vacation. I pop when I do it, I'm breaking. Please don't compare me to this basic. The money only thing I'm chasing. Body snatch, you know I'm Debbie Cakin. Men like to talk it, I hate it. Ain't hindered, I erase it. New money, many outdated. If he say he don't love me, that's hatred. Call me Miss, pull up in the latest. Double R truck, backseat, too spacious. Cartier braces, big faces. 5,500 when I pay for my laces. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what do you want from me? Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what do you want from me?
It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the veteran Jonnu Smith. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Buccaneers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Oh, dangerous for... And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really... standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start here is Tua. Little short pass here to Hill, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That two is going to change things up. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Mayfield now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defense, so look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Mayfield. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Make in back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six, Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Evans in motion. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here, right? Dolphins offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Here's Achane to start the drive. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down. The Dolphins at 14 and 2 heading into this final week. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Again, it's Achane. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 44. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Tua on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Out route to Hill, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 6.
Hey,
A run up the middle with Irving. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield to throw it. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Tua going to change the play. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Now with 5 another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt, and that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Tua, a final shot before half. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Marvin Mims, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa.
He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Go ahead.
Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They're right here.
Here's Tua. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped him well short.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll find McMillan here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a give, Irving running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Godwin, the motion man. Here's Mayfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next. The clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking to pass. Tua buying time to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Up the middle, Achane. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
He'll dump this off to Achane. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. Tua going to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, we get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
From the gun, Mayfield.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A chance for Waddle on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right.
Throw caught by Achane.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Now Tua. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Back to the ground, Achane.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with the touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and a couple.
Now Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Mayfield looks to throw.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Second and 9.
Mayfield now from the 50.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. And again, it's Mayfield.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Mayfield down. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
All year running the football. You see the season numbers up over 500 yards now for the campaign, and that is really an accomplishment for a quarterback.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
The ball on the 32. It's second and 2.
They're going to look to throw. Able to get away. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami,
they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.
play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close.
Now I'm trying to dodge a scene. All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking ticket. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. I'm in that thing shifting and I'm lane switching. Big, I'ma stand on straight business. Ducking on like Blake Griffin. He keep talking, bro, gon' leave his missing. Baby, these all white, these ain't no Hirachi. Bad, 50 flow, ain't hibachi. I got 10 missed calls, all my mad at me. Valet Park Designer District, I'm going straight to gallery. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. Yup, phone ringing, yup. Hating, yup. Jury blinging, yup. I was bad in school, now I'm trying to dodge a scene. Just walked out the lavish store, pay a shoe, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking ticket. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life.
Something new. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, so wild. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we gon' through. I'ma have to show how easily we. When we find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. crazy? Be swayzy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is the cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'm a pull papers. It's all about the papers. Caught the papers and now they wanna stop, stop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. Man, look what you done started. Act written, you got it. Had it, shoulda shot it. Now you're dealing departed. Get at me, dog, gonna rip. This one here, I flip. No, when I kick, gonna be some slick. What would that look for when I walked in the door? Oh, you thought you was raw? Cause now you on the floor. Wishing you never saw me walk through that door. With that. Now it's time for bed. 2 more today. Got the floor blow. Yeah, that. Another unsolved mystery. It's going down in history. They never did to me. Can't get to me. Got to make a move. Got a point to prove. Gotta make them groove. Got them all like ooh. So to the next time you hear this dog rhyme, try to keep your mind on get prime. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
I met a girl and she needs to be. I'm just a mess, so I guess that it's complicated. She's like I just wanna be sedated all night long. I met a girl and she needs to be. I'm just a mess, so I guess that it's complicated. She's like I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane. When she comes around, she comes around, she comes around. She burns her words into my skin. It kills me slowly. She holds me in her arms, her hands, the same. I met a girl and she needs to be. I'm just a mess, so I guess that it's complicated. She's and I just wanna be sedated all night long. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane. When she comes around, she comes around, she comes around. Like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. She's like a tidal wave, and I wanna drown. It's like a hurricane. When she comes around, she comes around, she comes around. She comes around.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP
coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. I need y'all to rewind us and play this from the top.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out,
want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? If I wanna test me, I ace it. I don't wait for nobody, I'm impatient. Trip off who? I'm on vacation. I pop when I do it, I'm flagrant. Never is out baked. Please don't compare me to that's basic. The money only thing I'm chasing. Body snatch, you know I'm Debbie Caking. Men like to talk it, I hate it. Ain't hindered, I erase it. New money, many outdated. If he say he don't love me, that's hatred. Call me Miss, pull up in the latest. Double R truck, backseat, too spacious. Cartier braces, big faces. 5,500 what I pay for my laces. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me? Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me. Man, what these want from me?
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Cutting, man. Cutting, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the lady saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, for show, they tell you I'm local. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm full of focus, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn if they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks for me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill up, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know where we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop on. Shady Aftermath.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion, straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the lake house, the bay, watch the women. I gon' meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, a sun and moon. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
turning like a cloud of dust. My heart always wants to run. Oh, if you want a cowboy on a white horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you wanna wait for, hold on, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White someday, maybe you could have your way. Right now, just not the time. Some things a man just got to do. I wish you could change my mind. If you want a cowboy on a white horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you wanna wait for, hold on tight, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White If you want a cowboy on a white horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you wanna wait for, hold on tight, girl, I ain't there. If you want a cowboy on a white horse, riding out into the sunset, if that's the kind of love you wanna wait for, hold on tight, girl, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. No, I ain't there yet. White
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit, deal with it so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various. They wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause there ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. Do you really wanna party like that? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr. Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code of couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And never again, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
ain't seen real. I ain't seen real problems. Reasons for my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and fishing this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you less than money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickle. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark. There ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbor's jumper up a pum. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water. Three with the smiles on the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down till the sun, on the floor till it's cut. That with the pen till it's cut.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, me go praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones notice me go riding for it. 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen his days squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Feel like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. But watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby.
just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way. I know some got baptized. Guys, they can't put the drilling away. Had to part ways with the sad vibe. Bad guy, you might be a villain today. Ask God why I didn't get an answer. Why I lose my brother to why I lose my grandma to cancer? Why me, God, I need answers. Why a young straight out Atlanta? Why the judge and the cops trying to jam us? Why I keep getting all of these chances? Why me, God, I need answers. Speak your mind and you might get canceled. Pinky ring and it cost me a phantom. The witness, the evidence tampered. Dirty money, the safest to hamper. Yeah, my a star and I stamped her. P.E. Jordan 3, this a sampler. I don't wanna do it, but I gotta do it. Gotta. If it's me or you, he got fire, I got fire, lighter fluid. Gotta wait from the haters, say hallelujah. Be crazy, be the closest to you. It's okay, cause they know that I come to do it. Hold your V up for Virgil, exclusive Louis. I hit a Ewing, it's hitting and glistening the movies. If it's smoke at the door, then I'm tending to it. Watch when I step here, come my belt. Angel on my shoulder, but the devil on the left. I got a meal, not a meal from a shelf. I do it alone, I own myself. Stay home for you, don't get playing dirty here below my belt. I'ma get the bad, do the show myself. I had to show myself. Make room on my plate. I just said my grace and then I ate. Got a particular taste. I just stuffed my pockets in my face. Okay, let's have a debate. We talking about, I promise I'm feeling the way. I took the bodies up out of my closet. I buried them deep and they still in the way.
I filled up the crib with cars, the halls with art and all. I'm still having space.
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Dolphins coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds that It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Trying to find Jalen Waddle, and now it's second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Let's see how they attack this first.
Ready, set.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Right here.
They'll stick with Achane. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, ball at the 36.
Ready. Turbo three, kick. Ready.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second down carry for Achane. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Devon Achane with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Sanders all set to send it away. Johnson with a return here. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Nick's now to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative when the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Now Nick's on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's second down coming up. Play action with Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They'll throw again. Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And that brings up fourth and long. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So Miami headed out for its second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Tua off the play fake. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's safe. Go ahead. 20 TX. Out!
Tagovailoa off the play fake. Nice catch along the sideline. Awesome body control to stay in bounds there. Oh, but we've got a flag on the play. Offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Get set.
Tua now from the gun. This one's taken in by Hill. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass back to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
We're back for the second quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins now lead by 10. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Sanders all set to send it away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line. Before Brock, field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Nix from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a one-score game in the first half. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Ready.
Tua looking to throw. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Ready. Ready.
Now Tua to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Hey, get set. Out.
A-chain on the inside give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 37. The quick slant caught by Washington. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins looking for a bigger lead before the break. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, ready.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Nix. Cut by Sutton. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Pass caught, 9-yard line. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-score game before halftime. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 4.
Broncos 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Flush out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
All right, come on.
Trying again, following the sack. Chased out to his right. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tua. Escapes out to the left. Now we'll try a deep shot down the left side. They connect on the deep shot. At the 20. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos taking the field for the final time in this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Another look for him, Brock. And hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times can't get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. Nix with it on first. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've reached halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these 2 teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He lit up the skies with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys were rolling in the early part of this football game. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. These 2 teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Where offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. It just couldn't quite find the connection.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Nix. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Called in by Waddle. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Got his target. It's Hill. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. Achane. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
They're right here. Ready.
Running for it, it's Achane. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Out.
Achan. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Devon Achan with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins push their lead to 18. Sanders all set to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He can run it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive.
Go ahead.
They'll start the drive with Achan. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Dolphins have it and just have to close this out to continue on in the playoffs. Second and 3 now.
Fine. Set.
Achan again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Call it no gain. Maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
44. Ready. Out.
Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos get set to take over. Throwing on first down, Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete to Vele. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Completed to Sutton. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So second down coming up. Play action with Nix. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Nix looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Completes this one to Hill. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Tagovailoa on first down. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Buying some time right. Now he takes it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. Tua setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Aubrey puts it through, and that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. That finds Vele complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing here, Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here. Here's 2nd and 7. Towards Sutton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a chain up the middle. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Getting out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Gotta hurry this to the line. 2 now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Tua out of the pistol. Rolling out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins put up even more points in a win. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.